Jesus once told a parable about a father and his two grown-up sons. The wise father knew that his younger son wasn't prepared for real life. You see, the son wanted to leave home, so he asked his father for his inheritance, a lot of money. The kind father was very rich and very generous, so he gave his son what he wanted. The son packed up his belongings, hopped on his horse, and went off into the world. His father loved him and was disappointed to see him go. He was concerned about what would happen to his son. His younger son was immature, wasteful, and not prepared to live responsibly. The father was right. The younger son had no concern for tomorrow and lived only for today. He had tons of money and went to do all the wild and crazy things that a foolish young man could dream of. Girls, drinking, parties. He thought it was great. Everyone wanted to be his friend. But that did not last long. It was not long until the son lost all his money. Suddenly, no one wanted to be his friend. He became an outcast in a foreign land. No money, no friends, and no food. The young son realized his foolishness. All that he had was gone. Then he did the only thing he could think of, to try and find some work so he could eat. Oh, he found a job, all right, but it was the worst job imaginable. He fed pigs. In his culture, pigs were unclean. Just to touch them was considered wrong and defiling. The young man was so hungry that he even started thinking about eating the pigs' food, but no one gave him any. Suddenly, a thought came to him. Why was he here? Lonely, hungry, and miserable? Why did he leave his father's house? I will go back, the son decided. Even if I have to feed the animals, I'd rather do it in my father's house. If my father is angry, so be it. I deserve it. I just need to come home. And so he did. Dirty and bedraggled, tired and worn, he journeyed back to his father's house. He was still far from home, but then he saw someone running towards him on the path. Who was this? Who could it be? It was his father. From far in the distance, his father had been waiting for him, looking for him, hoping for his son to come home. They embraced each other. Though the son didn't realize it, the father was eagerly waiting for his son to return. The son began to blurt out his well-planned apology. "Father, I've sinned. I'm so unworthy." But his father interrupted with a merry laugh. "Bring to my son the best clothes, the fancy ring, the fine shoes, and let's have a celebration." To celebrate his son's return, the whole household had a huge party, complete with feasting, dancing, music, and singing. Not everyone was happy about the son's return. The older brother, who had always been obedient and respectful, did not appreciate the party. He didn't realize the wealth and love that he lived with all along. Instead, he was upset that a sinner had been saved. In this story, Jesus was telling us that God is like the loving Father. He loves us, wants us, and will welcome us home no matter how bad we've been. His love for us is eternal.